He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. The man who says he can, and the man who says he cannot, are both correct. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. If your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant trees. If your plan is for 100 years, educate children. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. It is only when mosquitoes land on your balls that you realize there is a way to solve problems without using violence. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. When a wise man points at the moon, the imbecile examines the finger. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, the man who does not ask is a fool for life. The funniest people are the saddest ones. The journey with a 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. Your life is what your thoughts make it. You will never know how sharp a sword is unless it's drawn from its sheath. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. What the superior man seeks is in himself, what the small man seeks is in others. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Give a bowl of rice to a man and you will feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow his own rice and you will save his life. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. The noble-minded are calm and steady. Little people are forever fussing and fretting. The superior man understands what is right, the inferior man understands what will sell. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Never give a sword to a man who can't dance. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest; second, by imitation, which is easiest; and third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. You cannot open a book without learning something. The man of wisdom is never of 2 minds. The man of benevolence never worries. The man of courage is never afraid. Consideration for others is the basis of a good life, a good society. If you expect great things of yourself and demand little of others, you'll keep resentment far away. As the water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it, so a wise man adapts himself to circumstances. To be poor without murmuring is difficult. To be rich without being proud is easy. You can force the people to obey, you cannot force them to understand. Learning without thinking is useless. Thinking without learning is dangerous. Tell me and I will forget, show me and I may remember, involve me and I will understand. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading, or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. When everyone hates a person, you should investigate thoroughly, and when everyone loves a person, you should also investigate thoroughly. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his actions. You are what you think. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. If a craftsman wants to do good work, he must first sharpen his tools. He who is concerned only with the purity of his own life ruins the great human relations. Mankind differs from the animals only by a little, and most people throw that away. When young, beware of fighting, when strong, beware of sex, and when old, beware of possession.